All right, everyone, let's try this one more time. I am actually changing devices. Not sure if it's my tablet. So switching devices. We're gonna get this right tonight. I promise you, we're gonna get this right tonight. Always a ram in the bush. Always a ram in the bush. But as I was saying, we're gonna be talking about the integrity of a leader. So as I was stating, that integrity is being true to yourself and being true to others. Being true to yourself and being true to others. Now, in order to be true to yourself, the first thing you have to do is take a self-evaluation of who you are as a leader. What is going to be your values? What are going to be the core values of who you are as a leader? And remember, we talked about your core values as a leader before, and hopefully you wrote those core values down, and you are working on those core values every single day. So if you're going to be a person of integrity, a leader of integrity, you have to be a leader who is true to yourself. And then when you're true to yourself, be true to others. Now, what do I mean when I say be true to others? If you know who you are, present the best you that you are every day, and be consistent with that individual. Be consistent with that individual. Be the best you, be the best leader, and then be true to that person every day, and be consistent as you present that person every day. So that's a leader of integrity, and that's who you want to be, because you want to have standard. You want to have standards as a leader. So when a person says, "Oh, he is a great leader. He's a leader of great integrity, or she's a leader of great integrity," then what they're saying is that individual has a standard in which they live by as a leader. They have a standard in which they live by, a leader. And when you have that standard and you're true to yourself and you're true to others, you do not compromise that when things are thrown your way. See, as a leader, you're going to always have things come your way that will try to challenge you or distract you or to bring you down from your leadership. But you have to be a leader of great integrity, that you are true to who you are, you embrace your core values, and then you have this standard, and that's not compromised. I don't care what it is. You do not compromise your standard. Because you have to keep in mind, most of the things that are trying to pull you down, they are things that are attractive. They become things that are very attractive to you. But you don't let them pull you down. And what I've discovered is most of the time those things are things that are below your standard. So you have to be able to raise your standard so high that anything that tries to bring you down, you immediately recognize, this is below my standard. This is below who I am as a leader. This is below my integrity. This doesn't fit into my core values. And when you understand that, then you are a leader of great integrity. The other thing is, when you're a leader of great integrity, you're going to be honest. You're going to be honest. You're going to do exactly what you said you would do. And that's what's important. It is very important that as a leader, you do the right thing. Even when people are not looking at you, when people are not watching you, that you're doing the right thing. Why? Because your standard is not like a light bulb. It's not something that you turn on and off. That standard is something that you begin to live by. You live by it every day. It becomes so a part of who you are as an individual. It is instinctively who you are. It is instinctively who you are. Your standards. Why? Because you're not just a leader when you step into the role or the position, or when you walk into the building, or you walk into on your job. No, you are a leader all the time. This is why I have you all to say that I'm a friend of leadership, because when I declare that I'm a friend of leadership, for me, leadership is a living organism. It's alive. It's not a concept. It's alive. And you have to be in relationship with it. So therefore, it's not something that I turn on and off. I don't turn it on and off. I live by it. I'm a friend of it. I become it. So you got to have that standard, and you got to have those core values. You have to be honest. The other thing is you have to be faithful. Be faithful when you're a leader of integrity. Be faithful. What do I mean by that? What do I mean when I say be faithful is a part of being a leader of integrity? What I mean by that is that when I'm faithful, I am committed. I am totally committed. I'm all into it. I believe in it. I trust it. I have brought into it. I believe that it will meet the standard of who I am as a leader. I believe that it can change and transform those who are following me. I believe in it, and that it is whatever you're assigned to do. I'm faithful to it. So no matter how many challenges come up, no matter how many obstacles I face in my leadership role, I am such a person of integrity that I'm so faithful that I don't turn and run away from it. I'm faithful to it. I stay the course. I absolutely stay the course. I am committed. I got on this journey and I'm committed to stay the course. I'm faithful to it. So I wanted to challenge us tonight to really take some self-evaluation of who we are a leader. Are we a leader of integrity? Are we a leader of integrity? And when you are a leader of integrity, you, as a leader of integrity, you're working on that every single day. You're working on that every single day. And it's like your core values, it's like your standard. You don't compromise that. You don't compromise that. And here's one of the benefits I believe that when you are a leader of integrity. And this isn't a license to go do anything, but I believe this is what happens when you are a leader of integrity, that you build such a reputation of being a leader of integrity, to the point where if someone was to go tell someone something negative about you, it would be hard for them to receive it. It would be extremely difficult for them to believe that you stepped outside of the standard in which everyone has been experiencing you living out in your leadership. And what it will cause people to do is say, I don't believe that about them. Scott Cotton is such a leader of integrity. I don't believe that has happened. I don't believe he did that. Now, does it mean that I didn't do it? No. But what it means is that people have brought into me as such a leader of integrity that it's difficult for them to even believe what they've heard. That they would have to do discovery to find out if it's true or false. See, when you're a leader and you're not a leader of integrity, and someone comes and tells someone, about you, if I'm not a leader of integrity and they come and say, hey, you know what? Scott Cotton, he promised me that he was going to do X, Y, Z, and he didn't do it. Then if I'm not a leader of integrity and other people know that, then you know what? They're going to say, you know what? That's true. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that about him. But when you are a leader of integrity and they come and say, hey, you know what? Scott Cotton promised me X, Y, and Z, and he didn't deliver for me. Then the conversation shifts. You know what? I find that very hard to believe. And if he didn't do it, something must have came up. Something must have really come up that he couldn't do it. Have you tried to call him? Have you reached out to him? Maybe you need to calm down and reach out to him, because maybe something happened. See, that's what happens when you are a leader of integrity. That you stand on your word. that you're committed to your word. You're committed to what you say. Now, we're all human, so we forget things. We say we're going to do something, and we forget it. We forget things every now and then. God knows I do. I forget. But you know what? I work on it every day. And that's all I'm saying to you as leaders. You have to work at it. You really, really have to work at it. You have to work at being a leader of integrity. You have to work at your core values. Don't just write your core values down and you have them on paper and you look at them. No, you got to work on them. You have to live them. Let them become a living part of who you are. And then your standard. Raise your standard high. You know what? I believe that if we all as leaders was to raise our standard so high that two things will happen. One, those who are trying to bring us down won't even be able to reach us. And two, if they're trying to reach us, they're going to get tired trying to climb up to our standard because our standard is so high as leaders. I believe that. I absolutely believe that if we raise our standard as leaders and we become such leaders of integrity, that we will keep people away from us. That's what I believe. That is exactly what I believe. So let's make for all of you LeaderScopes on here, all of you, I'm a friend of leaders on here tonight. Let's make a promise to each other. Let's make a promise to ourselves that I'm going to work on being a leader of integrity. I'm going to give it everything I have. I'm going to work on being everything I say about my core values. I am going to live at such a standard whereby individuals, if they try to reach up to get me, they will not be able to reach me. If they try to climb up, they're going to get tired of trying to get to me. But I'm going to work on them every single day. And that's all we can ask. That's all we can ask is that you work on it. You just simply work at being an integrous leader where you're becoming effective every single day. And watch what'll happen. Listen, that's all I wanted to share tonight. Again, I do apologize for all of the technical difficulties, but it's always a ram in the bush. And we definitely thank God for the ability to stay the course and stay on LeaderScope on tonight. Hopefully next week I will have a sample of the hashtag I'm a friend of leadership shirt. So you all stay tuned, and I'm going to show the shirt next week. Is there any questions, anything that I said tonight, any questions about this particular LeaderScope? I'll be more than happy to try to address your questions tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that. Any questions? Any questions? All right. Well, if there's no questions, you know how we do it. You're welcome. You're welcome. You know how we do it. Hit those hearts. Hit those hearts. And those hearts simply is your way of saying how much you love leadership and how much you appreciate leadership. So let's hit those hearts as well. Let's get ready to type. Look at someone has already started. Let's get ready to type hashtag I'm a friend of leadership. I'm a friend of leadership. I'm a friend of leadership, and hit those hearts. Let's get our hearts up. Let's get our heart count up. You all have been doing extremely well, and I really, really appreciate it. There you go. I'm a friend of leadership, and I see those hearts going up. I really appreciate you all. Again, remember, I offer free leadership coaching. You can go to the website and sign up for leadership coaching sessions with me. Follow me on all of the social media platforms, and let's have a wonderful time as we grow as leaders of integrity. I really do appreciate you all. Let's stay the course. Let's remain friends of leadership, and watch what happens in our assignments as leaders. God bless you. I love you. I'll be chatting with you real soon.